And welcome back to part 2 of week 13's Ashes. How's everyone doing? Sirius, you have the floor. Go.
Sirius stands up in front of the group in his most opulent purple diplomat's robes.
Do they look like Chancellor Palpatine's
kind of,
purple
yeah.
diplomat rolls? So lots of folds. Okay, cool.
Yes, very, very, very busy, but fancy and nice, super nice. And he stands up in front of everybody, rising up to his full considerable height, and putting on his full commanding presence, and he says, my friends, my crewmen, you have come here under new command, setting aside the old. In this new ship, we have so many more new opportunities to strike forth at the galaxy and make our own path, no longer determined by others. The threats that we face are real and they're out there, but we cannot fear them. We are prepared. We have done what we can to minimize their harm to us, and we will face them with our full preparation and our full might. Our friend and our brother DamJam is still out there, struggling with his turmoil. We will find him and we will bring him back with us and help him the best as we can, as we will help all the members of our crew, and I'll motion everybody, if they need it. In 24 hours, we will set out from Coruscant to deliver medical aid to a much-needed plague-ridden world. I need you all to meet back here in 16 hours and be prepared to leave. Everyone here assembled is invited to come along on this journey, but know that if you come, you are under the leadership of this crew, with myself as the commander and Grodd as the XO. And that if you leave this planet with us, your lives are in our hands, and you must place that trust upon us as we placed our trust in you as members of this crew. So know that you take your life in my hand when you come on the ship tonight. I'll open the floor for discussion, but I have one more thing to say. After the meeting, I need Grodd, Kier, and Lucius to stay behind and speak to me privately. But now, if anyone has anything to say, please share it with the crew.
Out of character, this is a little unorthodox, but I'm going to spend a dark side point because that was awesome. So I'm just going to give you a light side point. Good speech.
Kier pipes up, is like, do we need to equip anybody else? I mean, if everybody's coming, I need to know who's coming, so.
Our ground crew will remain the same for the time being. Anyone else that we bring along will serve as a support role.
He's pointing to, like, you got Kyle and you got Sarah and...
No,
and,
man, that was me telling you, like, you know, anybody else who comes along is not going on tactical missions with us, and if they are, they take their own fucking gear. Like, that's on lock.
Oh.
The funds are no longer authorized. That was why we have the ground crew, so.
Paris nods and she says, I have a gift. I left it here when I came up the ramp. She moves over towards a box. I understand that you guys, you fellas might get tactical. She bends down to open the crate. I need Grodd and Lucius to roll a discipline against a difficulty of 3.
Check that out!
Discipline, huh? No good at it.
What's going on? What's going on here? Oh, Lord.
Oh, baby.
Grodd, since you had a wash, add a blue die and a black die and roll again. Okay. So, Lucius You make sure that you are not staring at her ass in front of everybody at a professional meeting. Grodd, on the other hand, his head kind of tilts a little bit as her hips sway back and forth when she's unlocking this crate. Don't worry about the threats. I'm not going to give you guys strain. It's not like you guys are like, oh, there's a girl aboard! Your nose starts bleeding.
My
But
pants are tired.
Does Lucius notice Grodd checking her out?
I'll say that's the threat for Grodd, is that Lucius looks over and sees Grodd checking her out.
And kind of gives him a stare down like, excuse me.
Oh,
I'm
don't
right
notice.
here. Eyes up here, buddy. Yeah. I love that. Grodd, like, you're probably like, that's a nice ass. And then you just imagine a targeting reticle over it. And you're like, no, but, yeah, she opens the box and she has, 2 Ascension pistols in each hand. I figured you guys might need these if you don't already have them.
Thank you. Are they from you personally or the Madame?
The Valkyries. We use these to get around the skies, or the buildings in Coruscant. That's how we got down to the penthouse so soon when we found out you guys were under attack.
Most prudent. We thank you for the gift.
I will do anything to protect you. That being said, will you have me aboard your ship?
When she says, I'll do anything to protect you, I want to do an insight on her ass. See if she's telling the fucking truth.
Absolutely. Do you want to make a roll on that, or do you have an ability?
I want to roll it.
Yeah, you roll that.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
And no, I guess I could read her mind, but I don't really want to go that far. That's kind of a betrayal of trust. But I definitely want to make that check. So I got my character sheet pulled up. What is the difficulty?
The difficulty is 1 red, 1 purple.
Why is this so fucking tiny? Okay.
Grodd, put your pants back on. You're distracting Sirius.
Burn. The burns are real. Okay, so I'm tripping. I've been playing too much D&D. There's no insight. Would that be what would that
Perception.
be?
Any roll you
Perception?
want. It could be perception. It could be diplomacy. It could be any.
Could be deception. Could be
It,
coercion.
it could be skullduggery. Like maybe you're looking for
I'm gonna
little.
go perception. That seems like the one that makes most sense to me.
Yep.
Fuck.
Okay.
Oh.
She's telling the truth. 100%. 100%.
Okay. I'll say, you're welcome to join us on this mission. We can discuss further employment after that. I'm sure you wouldn't want to leave the Valkyries permanently.
Oh, of course not. I'm putting them in good hands, but I would definitely want to come back, as I hope you guys would. She looks to Lucius. Well, it was my understanding that you would use this place as a headquarters.
Oh yes, we fully intend to come back, but our time frame may be variable, so I can't assure you a return at any specific time. Also, if we have to leave, and anyways, all I'm saying is that provisional status on the crew is more than warranted in this case.
Well, I'm the only Valkyrie that has never cashed in a day of vacation. And for some reason, the Madame suggested it.
Well then, her loss is our gain.
She nods.
So if Paris ends up looking back, because Kier's like clear in the back of this, and he just nods. He's like,
Yeah, you know the Valkyries. You know Paris. You know her reputation. Yeah, so she kind of, after giving you guys the Ascension pistols, she retreats. Now, if you guys already have Ascension pistols, feel free to add these as extras to the armory. Maybe Sarah could use one. Maybe Grick could use one. Who knows? But now you guys have Ascension pistols.
I think we'll put them in the armory and take them out as we might want them on any particular mission.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So, we had 2 people who wanted to talk to me, and then I needed to talk to the guys.
Right.
So, how is that going to play? I guess one person is taken care of.
Yeah, really, it's just Kyle, but he looks like
Kyle.
he's waiting.
Okay, so
he
what I'll
kinda
do is,
catch-
yeah, I'll give him the motion, like, you know, one moment, and I'll tell the three dudes to.
He turns around and walks down the ramp. You know the moldy crow is docked outside, by the way.
Okay.
So
Excellent. So I'll just
not like
go
he's
hit him up
going
in a
very
second.
far. Oh, and
Heck,
by the
if we
way, to
need to
all
take
you
this
YouTube
from,
people sitting there shitting on me for bringing up cats and dogs and telling me, ha ha ha, they don't exist in the Star Wars universe, explain why his ship is called the Moldy Crow. Just saying. Just saying.
I haven't seen a dog, but there's loft cats. That's a cat. It just has a big head. It's a cat.
Well, the
They're-
Boffins
they're
are
Yeah, but you know what I
else.
mean. People criticize that I use, you know, like cows and earth animals.
Wow.
And he's
Haters
referencing
gonna
a crow.
hate.
Hate is
Y'all
gonna
keep
hate.
hating and watching these videos, baby.
It wouldn't sound right.
Giving them subscriptions. What's up?
They
It,
got-
it
they
wouldn't
got
sound
metal
right
back.
calling
It's
it the
blue.
moldy Minoc.
the moldy Minoc. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so yeah, he just steps down the ramp.
Okay, so when the three dudes come up, I'll say, my friends, we need to meet later with the contact about Grodd's situation. But before then, I would like us all to meet with some of the people that have made our stay here on Coruscant beneficial to us, and try to set up a partnership. Would you all be available to accompany me? And when can we go before the 16-hour deadline?
We can go right now.
Yeah, I got Travis working on pre-flights right now, finishing that up before the journey. So
And the hyperdrive is installed, and no problems there. So
Okay, give
I
me
just
5
have-
minutes
I
to
just-
speak. I'm sorry.
I just need to
Yeah.
grab my kit before I go.
Good. Give me 5 minutes. Gear up. Light load. Should be no minimal conflict. No conflict. So, Grodd, would you accompany me while we speak to Kyle? And we'll meet back here in 10 minutes to go and meet with our contacts.
all right.
And I have
Sounds good.
a pre-written message that goes out to the people I want to meet. So I can time it, and I'll have Travis go ahead and just send that message now that tells him, you know, oh, we're trying to meet you. You know, get to a comm or fucking meet us here.
Right. All right, so Lucius, as Grodd and Sirius start heading down the ramp, Paris walks up to you. Well, I guess I'm part of the crew now, so I'll go get my gear.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Talk to Sirius about, I guess, where to bunk up. I'm not quite sure where.
Oh, and Kira overhears this, and he's like, Travis will know where to put her.
Well-
okay, there you go.
If there's not enough beds, I can always bunk with you. And she turns around and walks down the ramp.
And
Or
Kira just
should I
kinda-
say, sashays down the ramp.
Yeah, maybe Travis won't be able to find anything.
Actually, sir, there are
And-
several
and
beds
Kira's
that
like,
are open.
that could be arranged.
Damn. I think we need some more crew members.
Stat! We need them by tonight. Yeah. You go to all the rooms and you like put pillows under the blankets. You're like, oh, look at all these cameras. Everybody's sleeping. Guess you're bunking with me. So yeah, she walks down the ramp and she passes by Kyle and the other two and just heads towards Madame's. Sirius and Grodd. Kyle's standing in front of the Moldy Crow and he's got his hands on his hips, and you realize the look that he has out here is not the calm and composed look inside the ship. He kind of looks worried.
I probably betray a similar emotion now that it's just my trusted allies and my most trusted people here.
Grodd wouldn't notice because he was probably walking behind Sirius, but straining his neck to watch Paris walk away.
Yeah, and it's like slow motion. There she goes, There she goes again. All right, so
Totally the best idea to bring this woman onto the ship. No problems at all. Jeez, Elise.
Grod. Huh? No, yeah, Grod betrays a look and then kind of looks back at the other two.
Then I'll look at Kyle, then, he doesn't notice anything.
Thank you for meeting me, Sirius, but, I gotta leave Coruscant.
Do you have any idea when you might be able to return, my friend?
Probably not for a while. He moves over to the Moldy Crow and motions for you. He opens up a cargo hatch. It's kind of like the X-Wings. It's like that trunk that Luke was digging in to put all his stuff up. He opens the trunk, and 2 bodies roll out. These guys tried to kill me last night.
Is it the Inquisitors?
No.
Black Sun?
Just two random-ass smugglers from the looks of it.
Humans?
One of them is a human, and the other one's a Celestin.
Okay, I'll say, do you know who they were?
Nope.
No clue about where they came from.
None. I looked at their data pad, but somebody would have to break in. All I know is that
but I'm sure your friends can take care of it too.
They said that they were being paid. They actually offered for me to buy my way out, but the amount that they were paid, I don't know anybody small time that's got that money.
Well, at least you can take solace that anyone willing to betray their employers is probably small time, but the big time cats may come after you soon enough.
That's true.
We're leaving
Whoever
for
it is
similar
very
reasons,
wealthy.
but we do intend to return.
As I think you should. You've done a great job in the streets. There's more children out there. Safe. They feel safe in this area. And the Madame feels more... For the first time, I saw the Madame outside of her business. She was talking with the shop owners underneath that serve the food.
Yes, I think we can do more good here. But there's
in fact, I think it was yesterday
that
that she was out buying a limousine for Bengar.
I can't but betray a frown as I say, yes, we may have been responsible for the loss of his first.
Well, he told her it was buried in a bunch of junk.
Right. Speaking of which, during that encounter, I ran across a few, and I'll motion to the bodies, individuals who seemed interested in us. They were inquisitors.
That's the second time they've attacked you here.
Yes.
Now, Sirius, before you say yes, remember they never attacked you. The Black Sun Ops did. But when you encountered the Sith Inquisitors, they were like, we don't want to fight. You guys actually had a conversation.
Well, they were coming...
First time.
Okay, the first time they came to fight, the second time they weren't fighting, you're right. I'll say, well, they weren't... They didn't want to fight. I know what they were after. That's why I needed to speak with you. And I'll look around and I'll say...
he motions to the ramp of the Moldy Crow. You know, it's small, but the three of you could stand in there.
I want to get inside that way, parabolic sound things and everything can't get us. Yes, it'd be better to speak here. Say,
Oh, and when you walk up, you see a picture of what looks like a girl with black hair and 2 ponytails, and she's got goggles sitting on her head. And it looks like she was either related to him or romantically important to him, but it's a picture that's pinned up on the wall next to some of his belongings.
I'm gonna try not to draw my attention to it, even though my eye definitely does catch it, because, I still have my people. I know he already lost Bardorak, and so I don't want to poke a sore subject. But I definitely notice it. And I'll say, I'll hand him a data chip that has the information that I wanted to share with him and the rebellion, and I'll say, do you know someone named Mon Mothma? I've heard of her. She was involved with the Senate. Do you know if she still lives?
He gets that, like, Obi-Wan look when Luke asks him if he's heard of Obi-Wan. And you hear the flutes, like... He's getting this distant look. Mon Mothma, well, she's alive, yes. She's the one that sent me to recruit you people, which you politely turned down.
Well, I may be rescinding that declining, but there's certain terms to our service. Perhaps this information on this chip will serve as a token of our status. We wish a certain level of autonomy. We found, and now my face is like pure, like, dude, this is the real shit. And I say, the place where we came from, where you first met us, Paradise, there's something there that the First Order values above all else. We intend to do what we can to stop them, but if your friends in the rebellion, possibly this new order, were able to help us, we would be eternally grateful. On this data chip is what information I have on the subject. I would be, you can pass it along to, if Mon Mothma is available, that would be the ideal person. She has information about some of these subjects in her past dealings I've learned from people who knew her. But perhaps Luke or his sister may also do.
Well, I am being followed. He looks to the two dead bodies, so I don't know if I'm headed back. He cups the disc back into your hand and looks at you and gives you that look like I'm not dismissing you, and he says, "Take this to Bespin. Ask for Crix Maydeen."
I'll say, thank you for your trust. If you need us, let us know. Maybe if we're nearby, we'll come to your aid. Stay in touch.
I appreciate that, but I think I'm taking a break from needing people. And he turns to his side and pulls up a picture of Bardorak and puts one of those magnetic tacks on it and then sticks it right next to the girl. If you know what I mean.
What, he pulled up a picture of Bardorak and what?
Yeah, there's like in all of his Oh, sorry. Am I good now?
Yeah.
So in all of his belongings underneath, he's got a bunch of paperwork, and he says, "Well, I think for the moment I'm done relying on people, if you don't mind." And he pulls out a picture of Bardorak and puts one of those magnetic tacks on it, and then sticks it next to the picture of the woman. And his hand briefly presses over her face, almost like a gentle caress, and his arm just falls to his side sadly.
I'm going to place my hand on his shoulder and say, I know that running through the galaxy can be trying sometimes, but I know you feel the Force. Trust in its guidance to take you to the places you need to be to find the peace that you seek, my friend.
I appreciate the advice. I'll give you a piece of advice as well. The speech you had was very powerful, but keep in mind it doesn't make losing people any easier. Warning them of the dangers does not make it any easier. Anyway, I gotta get going. I don't want to litter Raoul's dock. He picks up one of the bodies and starts dragging it up the ramp.
May the Force be with you, my friend.
Did he hand off the data pad?
He handed it back.
Oh, okay. No, the one that he had off of the bodies. I didn't know if he was.
Oh yeah, I told him I could decrypt it for him if he wanted, if he wasn't going to go meet his friends. Did you hear that? Or did you
I did.
Pass it off?
I don't think he's too worried about that, because how would you get a hold of him?
Okay.
He doesn't know when he's going to see you again.
Fair enough. Okay.
And
I just figured he could plug into the HoloNet at some spot and get a message that was left on the HoloNet for him. But no worries, dude. It's all good. If he didn't pass it off, then we don't have it. So that's fine. He can jet out. And
you
we'll
could
be back
ask
with the
for
guys
it.
and
You
get to
could
this meeting.
insist, though, if you want. If you want to be that kind of friend that would insist, he would absolutely give it to you.
I won't insist, but I'll walk away at first, and then I'll kind of stop Grodd, and I'll say, we should really try to help him. And I'll say, If you want, we can look at that data and try to track the source of these attackers. Perhaps we could find a lead you're unable to. We have a lot of resources mechanically.
And Grotto said, believe me, I know what it's like to be hunted.
He picks it up, looks at it a little bit, and then kind of tosses it at you like a frisbee and says, I was just going to, reset the damn things and sell them. They can get you a lot of creds. Here you go.
I'll leave you a message on the holonet if we find anything.
All right, if you sell it, though, we're splitting the profit. He laughs half-heartedly and grabs the
I
other
laugh
body.
too. Yeah, he's laughing as he's bending back over, and we're just getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and as you walk down the ramp and you start moving forward, I need you and Grodd to roll a perception check against 3 purple. And Kier and Lucius aboard the ship, Travis goes, lockdown initiated. And you hear the airlock snap shut. The ramp retracts. And yellow lights are flashing.
Crap.
What the hell's going on? Travis, report.
All right, hang on one moment. Let's see these rolls first.
Gotta redo it. 1 blue and 1 black.
Oh, it didn't wash for us. Yeah, you've got 2 failures and 4 advantages.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna flip a destiny because it looks like we might need to know what the fuck's going on here. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Oh,
For
it's
me.
fine with me.
Oh, hush.
So you're just going to insta-success?
Well, is that how we can do that?
Yeah, dude, that's how destinies work, man. You can literally, you don't have to, the only time you have to spend destiny
anything.
is if it's like a combat. Or like you guys are heading towards something. If it's something like, can I just use a destiny point to see it? If it's something minor,
Then-
I'll be like, absolutely.
Can I feel it through the force and have that guide my sight to the right spot?
Yeah, I think it's like your spider sense. And Grodd and you are walking down the ramp, and you've got the data pad, and you look over, and past Grodd's shoulder, there is an erratic red spot moving on the Moldy Crow.
And I'm gonna say, Kyle, get out of the ship!
Kyle hears it. He gets the same feeling, and he runs over.
And I
And
try to force pull him out of there if necessary.
no.
Yank him out. Okay.
He runs over to one of the consoles and starts hitting a bunch of buttons, and you hear you feel static around you, and this missile goes towards the Moldy Crow, and luckily you guys are still on the ramp, so the ship's shields protect you as well. And it just blows up around the ship's shields. The fire kind of goes around you and Grodd a little bit, but then dissipates. And Kyle's like, what the hell was that? And meanwhile, on board the Phoenix Rising, Travis answers Lucius's question. As I was messing with the sensors, I detected a high explosive traveling at a very fast pace towards our general direction.
Crap.
Where's the source?
Boom! And that's when you guys hear the explosion. I don't know, sir.
So
Check the trajectory from where it came from and see if you can pinpoint a source.
He's working on it.
Kier calms up Raul, and I'm like, Raul, lock down the whole facility.
Raul is not answering.
Crap. Are we clear to get out of here, Travis? Can I get out? Are you?
Yes,
Are you gonna?
I will remove the lockdown. It appears the threat. Uh-oh. I think we lost Archie.
He got serious and left.
And he's like, I'm done. Let's give him a few minutes. Intermission, everybody. Ba, 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 da, 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 da,
Jazz
ba,
hands. Jazz
ba,
hands. Jazz
ba,
hands.
ba, ba, da, 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 da. I hope he didn't have power outage. He is no longer online. Well, shit. All right, YouTube, here's what we're going to do. we're actually going to go ahead and end this part short so that Archie can get his network issues worked on, but we're going to make the next part extra long. So from all of my players to you, which you can't really see their faces because their cameras are all distorted, thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button if you like what you see. We'll try to get Archie back on and we'll just have an extra long part 3. Thank you very much and bye-bye.
All right.